guys, Mrs. Hines here. So today is December 1st, and we're going to continue with our interactive game. So please open up the interactive game cheat sheet and your Scratch interactive game by visiting scratch.mit.edu and going under My Stuff and seeing inside your project from yesterday. Everything is available on Google Classroom. So under today's assignment, there'll be a December 1st assignment with this video and links to the cheat sheet and link to Scratch. All right, so today's goal is we're gonna actually add a second level to your game, and we're gonna add an ending screen. And we're gonna do this by using a broadcast tool. Okay, so in Scratch, so far what you should have is at least one character that falls from the sky. In this case, it's the hedgehog. And I have my first character that I made moves with the arrow keys. So it moves left, right, up, down. And yesterday we went and added some variables. So we have numbers that will change. Our score and the time are variables. They will change throughout the code. So when we first start, our time is set to 10 seconds, and then every time that those two interact, the score is going up. After the time is up, so when the time is less than 0, it'll say the score, and it stops everything. So if you please look at the interactive game cheat sheet, you want to look at slide 12. We're going to add this broadcast. So after you say what your score was, and you can do this a variety of ways, but after the purple blocks where the score is displayed, you're going to use this broadcast, and we're going to name it. You can have many different broadcasts, and the way that the broadcast works is instead of a line of code starting with the green flag, it actually starts when I receive and the name of the broadcast that you create. So imagine it this way. If you're in Scratch, so far we've only started everything with green flags. But under events, you can use these things when I receive a message or when I broadcast a message. So on your sprite 1, where you have after the time runs out, it says the score after that purple block. Before we stop everything, we're going to broadcast level 2. I'm going to name this new message and call it level 2. Hope if I actually typed in the box. Level. Okay. So broadcasting level 2. Great. Well, I never started anything with it yet. So far, my code has not changed at all. So what I can do is I want to think about, all right, after 10 seconds, right? So actually, I might want to broadcast the end game here. We can go on to this later. So we're going to have to change when this happens. But after a certain amount of time, we broadcast level 2. We can also broadcast the ending of the game. So let's do this. We'll change this instead of level 2. We'll change it to say end game, and we'll go back and do the level 2 after. End game. So after the time is up, we want to end the game. So let's do this. On our backdrop, perhaps we go to the backdrops and we add an end screen. So I'm going to paint myself an end screen, paint my own, second option up here. And I'm just going to type like game over. Okay. I'm going to make that so the font is large. And I'm just going to have right there. Maybe I'll have it be I feel like end screens are usually like dun dun dun. So I'll have it be this with a splash of darkness. Sorry, there. Why doesn't that work? Oh, I'm still on the text. Excuse me. So if I click off of it and then I click this now, can't just paint the rest? Oh, let's say game over. But I don't want initially to say game over, right? I guess the point is when you say green flag versus when I receive. When I receive the green flag, I want it to look like the backdrop of the jungle. However, when I receive end game, that's when I want it to switch to my backdrop too. We'll start it. All right, cool. So this should work and it will end, it'll show the end screen, I guess. My time is now 0. It says my score and then game over. Perfect, everything stopped. That would be adding the end to it. However, you might want to add more levels. So here's what we can do. This hedgehog, when the green flag is clicked, it's running this far. Let's change it just slightly and say I duplicated it. This is the same thing, but I'm going to say that when I receive level 2, I will speed up. So instead of taking 5 seconds, I'll take 2 seconds. That'll be much faster, right? So now I'm going to clean up my box, right click, clean up box. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change my code. So instead of only taking 10 seconds, I'm going to take 30 seconds. So now I'm initially setting my time to 30. I'm going to say broadcast end game when. I'm going to just wait. This is kind of a cheesy way to do it. This is one way. I'm going to wait 10 seconds. And no matter what, after 10 seconds, it's going to go to level 2. Okay. So my only other code would be, this might not be forever anymore. When I first start here, repeat until, let's see, under events. No, I think this will work. Let's try it out. All right, so 20 seconds should be when you notice my hedgehogs visibly getting faster. You see how they're noticeably falling slower? So let's do this. Duplicate it. Awesome. I'm going to throw away the stuff that I'm not using. This hedgehog, when the green flag is clicked, it's going to hide. Let's see. So I'll hide. And when I receive level 2, then it will show up. And my hippo is going to receive points not only when it touches hedgehog 1, but also when it touches hedgehog 2. But only after it goes to the next level. So when I receive the, when I receive the level 2, then hedgehog 2 will also start counting. Okay, so now if you notice, I have 3 sprites. My character, I can still move. I get points for touching one hedgehog, but now I should have multiple hedgehogs. Woohoo! See how that's level 2, it's faster. It's a little bit more fun. So please save often. Your code will not look like mine, but I appreciate you watching this so you could kind of see my thought process through it. You are going to want to use when I receive and then a name of another broadcast, one of them being level 2 and one of them being end game. So you want to have something happen to signal a level 2, and you want to have something happen to have the game be over. Once that's okay, you're going to save and you are going to share. Okay. When you hit share, you do have the option of adding it to the class studio. So if you do that, just make sure that you fill out the instructions, and that will be great so people can start to share out their work. All right, guys, happy coding on this Tuesday, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your interactive games, hopefully with levels 2 and an end game broadcast.